Hi everyone. In this episode we head to the beautiful east coast of Tasmania and the Bay of Fires. Starting with an off-grid camp at Douglas River, we move on to Swimcart Beach, from where we explore the Bay of Fires region and then head to a wonderful farm stay at Mables Paddock, which was blessedly peaceful after the very busy Bay of Fires area. We had a pre-booked site in Devonport for Easter, as it was originally going to be our last weekend before returning to the mainland. However, it ended up being about halfway through our trip. While there, we checked out various attractions in the area and caught up with Camping Life admin. Hi, if you're new to our channel, we're Steve and Caroline of Vintage Adventures Australia. For over 10 years, our travels have been in vintage caravans, but in 2025 we made the leap to a modern off-grid van so we could leave the tarmac and explore more of this beautiful country. As we're a bit vintage ourselves, we remain Vintage Adventures Australia. Opening the gate to the Douglas River campground. So we're just getting set up. We're in the beautiful Douglas River campground, and at the moment we have this part all to ourselves. Doesn't mean someone else won't turn up later, I guess. There is a tap here, but probably wouldn't trust it as potable water. As you come in, there's a bit of a compound of what looks like semi-permanent to permanent caravans. So anyway, you just come past that and then there's this big open area where we are. Steve's just getting the solar set up, charge the battery that runs the Starlink. It's a beautiful day again today. We've got lots and lots of sun, and that roar you can hear in the background. I'll just take you over there. So we've got the river just behind us, and coming around here and flowing out to the beach. And look at those waves. I'll just go around the other side of this bush, up onto the walkway. It leads to the beach, and we'll go for a walk on the beach later. But look at those waves. They are sensational. So yeah, we've got river and beach, and at the moment all to ourselves. So we'll see how it goes for the day. We're here for 2 nights. Wow. What a spot. Someone's been building a little castle on the beach. We're going to go this way. You know how you pay a fortune for those white noise apps? We'll have this to keep us, croon us to sleep tonight. Stephen's busy filming, so I'm trying to get out of his way, and he's following me. I think that's Bishano just over there, across this bay. You can see that in the distance, sort of bearish. And this beach goes for quite a long distance, and those waves are just beautiful. I think it's a bit strong for swimming though. those clouds. Not sure how well it'll show on the GoPro, but there's a shape there that almost looks like a heart. And we love this beach, so that's appropriate. Sunrise on the east coast at Douglas River. Look at that colour. Well, good morning. It's day 28 and we've had two very pleasant and relaxing nights at the Douglas River campground, which is, funnily enough, at Douglas River, and lots of lovely long walks on the beautiful beach there, which was glorious. And we're now moving on. Our target campground is a place called Swimcart Beach, which has very good reviews. So we've sort of got on the road fairly early so that we can hopefully snag a spot, because we expect it to be quite difficult. So we're going to cruise through St Helens and do a bit of shopping and live admin that's required when you're travelling in a caravan. Get all that out the way, and we'll be set up for another few days off grid camping then. So we'll let you know where we end up. Hopefully it'll be at Swimcart. Alright, we have arrived at Swimcart Beach. It's a really warm day for Tassie. We're going to give the water a go. So this will be the GoPro's first swim in Tasmania. Does it drop off fairly quickly? Really deep. I'll let Steve be the guinea pig. Don't go past the sandbar. Don't go past the sandbar. Here we go, getting deeper. Whoa, you can feel a bit of drag on there. It's very sinky. I'm sinking. I'm sinking. Okay, so we've got a hot tip from one of the other campers that just around the rocks, which you could see to the right on my other video, these rocks just here, was another little beach called Genera Beach, I think, and that it was much safer. And it is, because you don't sink into the sand quite so badly, and the waves are gentler here because I guess the rocks break them up a bit or something. But we've had a little semi-dip, or we might come back tomorrow a little bit prepared and spend a bit of time here. So for now we're going to pop into town and maybe have some dinner in town.
Stunning lot of rocks here. Really, really nice.
We're taking a little walk through what I think is, what was it called? The Sloop Reef Rocks view. Don't know how far it is. Don't think it's very far. So, almost at the end of this trail, and look at these beautiful rocks with the signature orange colour from the, I believe it's a lichen or something like that. Doing my best not to slip. The ground is quite, there's a lot of pine needles on the ground. Well, that was well worth it actually. This is beautiful. Oh. The ocean's quite calm at the moment. We're at the Elephant Rock, little Elephant Rock lookout. We're not entirely sure which rock is meant to be the elephant, but we think it might be that one. And meanwhile, somebody set up some poles here, which Steve tells me he thinks is a trick point. So someone can line them up and know that they're fishing holes out there somewhere. That's the rocks we were just at, I think, from the other side. The wind around today. It'll be in the sound, I'm very sorry, because I don't have the fluffy thing on. We think that's it. Anyway. Oh, hello again.
Morning.
It's morning and we're off on a new adventure. We've decided we've seen for the moment enough lovely beaches, and so we've headed inland and we're heading for Scottsdale at this point, and there's a few points of interest along the way, some falls and things. I'm not sure whether they've got suitable stopping spots with caravans, so anyway, we'll see how we go. We've had a lemony snicket moment this morning and had to buy a new water filter, but that was easily done, so we'll soldier on, and yeah, so we'll let you know where we end up today. We're not actually quite sure where we're going to stop yet, but Scottsdale's a fair chance if we can get something to camp.
Somebody ended up with a really good test water filter. I hope they enjoy it.
So here we are, we've just gone through the little town of Pyogana. We've taken a sidetrack from our original plan, and this is the famous pub in the paddock. It's only 10:30 in the morning, so it's a little bit early for a drink, but it does look rather nice and cosy. Continuing up the winding way to the falls. Hoping to goodness there's somewhere we can park and at least turn around. But it's very pretty countryside.
It is very pretty.
There's some blue signs. Okay, it's the St. Columba Falls State Reserve. St. Columba Falls, 5 kilometres. Okay.
There you go.
Well, we did manage to find a caravan-friendly parking spot, thank goodness. You can see the top of the falls from the car park, and then there's a steady downward path to the falls themselves. However, the view once there isn't actually all that much better. It's a very pleasant and pretty walk though, about 1.2 kilometres return, steadily down, and then of course you've got to come all the way back up again. Stopped on the way to Scottsdale at the Weldaborough Pass Rainforest Walk, so we're just going to check that out. And we just thought, Captain Kirk looks pretty good there. I think this might be Stephen's happy place. He really wants to get into the forest. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a 15-minute circuit, so presumably.
See how long it takes.
Yeah.
Senior citizen.
Come time travelling in an afternoon with Grandma Myrtle.
So it was a grandma.
Clock of life. Alright. Oh, beautiful old trees. Quite dark in here for the camera, but gorgeous lichen covered trees. This big old tree that's come down, been down a very long time. Oh, this is just beautiful. It's got little boards everywhere.
Yeah.
It's designed for the kiddies, I think.
I think so.
This is what they call Grandfather Myrtle.
Oh, It's just awesome.
Really, really huge tree.
And it's been a lot bigger in time.
And it's, yeah,
It's
probably
lost that
lost a
whole
bit
top
in the storms over the years.
Oh, God knows how old it is.
Let's see what they say. Oh, they don't put an age on it, but well, I suspect it's a few hundred years old. Look at the base.
Oh yeah.
Look at that base. It's incredible. Here we are, and we've got that rare thing. We're the only ones here. In this gorgeous campground up on the hill, this beautiful view, and there's a lavender farm next door. You can probably barely see that in the distance, but I'll take a walk up there later. And a lovely big bull to keep us company. Well, good morning. Another beautiful day in Tasmania. We are on the road to the Mount Paris Dam, which is something I've seen other YouTube travellers visit and really wanted to go there, so I'm tickled pink that we're staying nearby. And funny story, Google wanted us to take this road on our way to where we're camped up, to Scottsdale, but we're very glad we ignored her, because well, you could bring a caravan on this road. It would have been a very slow trip. So anyway, we've got about 10 kilometres to go, I think, before the dam. Torch you there. Once you get past the ugly logging, it then becomes the pretty view that everybody shows. Oh look, so we're right here at the well now. Like an old ancient ruin, like a old temple.
Volleyball courts.
We've been blessed with another beautiful sunny day. Tree ferns growing up where once presumably water was. Was it? Oh, this is okay. I'm not really much about read up on how dams are built or work.
Yeah, I would have thought it was, yeah.
The Mount Paris Dam story. Hang on. I'm not going to try and film that, obviously, but I'll read it. Our next stop was the Ledgerwood carvings, commemorating the sacrifices made by Aussie diggers in World War I. We took our time reading all the plaques and tried to comprehend the impact of losing so many young men from a small population in country Tasmania. On the 15th of October 1918, to honour the fallen who gave their lives in World War I, they were chainsaw carved by Eddie Freeman in 2004. Well, we've walked all along and it's really well worth reading all the individual stories, and we've both agreed that expensive petrol's nothing compared to what these guys did. Well, that's all for this episode. Join us next time when we head to Cradle Mountain and Launceston. And don't forget to like and subscribe as usual. Cheers!